I'm live on all the stuff. Am I live on all the things? Yes, I am live on all the things. Hey, what's up? Okay, good. I want to talk to you guys really quickly about yummy conversation. So, a lot of the clients that, or even possibles, like I've taught a lot of people in my online teaching, which I'm very excited about. Couple thousand members, and the cool thing about it is that um, my members are amazing. Like, it's not only just a couple thousand, but that, like, one customer in my business can go and buy 10 things, which I really love. And that is really massive. That says a lot. Okay. That speaks to the transformation that people are getting. That speaks to, a billion things. But before we go there, this is what I wanted to talk about. It's like, when I'm talking to clients and they're like, I wonder, can I make $10,000 a month? And that is an actual thought process. Hey, Dwana. And that's an actual question that you want to know, and you're like playing with it, and you have these different business ideas. And, here's what I want to say about all of this, $100,000 a year, what I'm saying, $10,000 a week, here's what I learned and realized that I'm really good at. I show up. I show up. Now, there is strategy in the show up, but I did not start wondering if the wrong way or the right way was Facebook or YouTube or a private group or a public page or a personal page or an email list only from MailChimp or ConvertKit. No, I didn't start with those things. The thing is, I'm connected to my reasons. Like, I really love the reasons why, if that makes sense. And you hear people say why all the time. I want you to listen up. If you know that you want to be making $5,000 a month consistently, that's your first goal. Then you want to go to 8,000, then you want to go to 10,000, then you want to go to 20,000. This is the thing. You have to be willing to show up. And the formula actually doesn't change. Contrary to what you think. Some of you guys message me and say, oh, you're talking to coaches now. Oh, I'm a hairdresser. Hello, I made all that money as a hairdresser first, and I took the same strategies and then I flipped it and put it on the internet, and I have coaching services. And, I don't even like to call myself a coach. I like to teach formulas that work. I share my strategies, and what I'm saying, whatever. But anyway, the moral of the story is the strategy is the same. You got to show up. And you've got to have accountability. I really went further once I started really paying people to hold me accountable. And whether you like it or not, it's just there's transformation in transaction. Some of you guys are not moving because you always so skeptical. Like, oh, let me see. Like, you can actually just really see something. You know what I'm saying? Seeing is believing until it ain't. Seeing is believing until it ain't. Like, there are certain things the children of Israel had this. When Moses first came out of nowhere, of course, he needed to showcase some things. And then once he showed the people that God sent me, here's a miracle I'm going to perform. And they went, oh yeah, that's definitely God. We're going to go back to do our slave thing until we're free. And then because Moses showed up, all of the chaos happened. The king got pissed off and made the slaves' life harder because Moses showed up. You know what I'm saying? Then they needed to still have belief contrary to what they actually saw. And so let me just tell you, there's so much power in your conviction. So when I first got started doing hair, for example, and I knew I wanted to start a business, you have to view it as a business. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be convicted enough to talk to people about what you believe, even if it's a hairstyle. I started really simple. I don't believe, and I was very clear on who I was serving. I would see a Black woman and say, our hair gets to be silky and healthy and bouncy too. That's what I believe. And I'm willing to say it 100,000 times. I know that people are still making us feel like we have to have hair, that feels a certain way, or we got to stay in this certain lane. But oh, by the way, our hair gets to look like this. And I do it. I need you to come and try me out. So here's an incentive for coming in the next 14 days. Here's an incentive if you come in the next 7 days. And I did that over and over and over. What I find is that a lot of people are looking for other people to do the part where you need to show up. People need to feel your conviction initially. People need to feel your conviction. If you're trying to already automate your business and the business isn't even making any money. You've done no validation. Do people want this? Do I even want to run a business? Oh my God, the amount of people who like entrepreneurial things but don't actually want to do what it takes to run a business, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. So I don't want to sound like I'm fussing. I'm always fussing, whatever. But the thing is, when I show up, that's when everything else comes into place. When I show up and I begin to move my feet, that's when I hear my next step. So if it takes tricks and circles and all of that, then you ain't gonna make it. Business is not emotional. So you have to be willing to get out of and this is why I talk about mindset so much. Because if I don't think I'm good enough, then I'm not going to show up to my customer and give them my conviction the way that I completely could. You know what I'm saying? And I started my business broke. Okay. And I did whatever I could do to serve the business despite of what I saw in my life. And that's why my life transformed. I got the mentors. Whatever I couldn't pay for, I worked for. I literally would sweep floors and start early and really serve. Some of you guys are too good for that. How are you expecting transformation if you don't put in any type of sacrifice? How? And in your business, we're talking about making $10,000 a month. In your business, the simple things get you to that number. You may shift your products and services. Some things I used to sell when I first started teaching classes, I don't sell anymore. First of all, because I don't want to do it anymore. Everything I've sold, thank you, Jesus, got results. Gets results. But also, there are certain conversations I just don't want to have anymore. So I'm over it, on to the next. The thing that you need to know about building your business, is just do the simple things. I just believe that whatever attaches to me, it gets to be successful. And so the number gets to be the number. So no matter what business I move, whatever product or service, whether I'm doing a business where I got to stand behind the chair and do hair, whether I'm selling information, whether I am doing a live event, whether I am fill in the blank, selling sunglasses or earrings, my minimum, something's in my eye, the amount doesn't change because the strategy is the same. I show up, I share what I believe in, and I tell you to get in now, not later, unapologetically, because everything that I'm talking about, I believe in. I know it's going to help you, whether it's going to help you look cute. If I was selling this whole little jumpsuit and outfit, I would be on here telling you guys why I love it so much. This is actually from my friend's boutique and she sold out, but I love these. I bought the black and the brown one and I wear it all the time because I like to be warm and it's super cute, but it's loungewear. So I still can feel like my dainty self. And it's so comfortable. It's machine washable. And my foot looks huge. But the thing is, I love this outfit so much. And ladies, don't we love something that we can still make look glam, but be cozy and comfortable. And you can wash it and it doesn't destroy itself. I've had this since last year. So it was a great find. In the meantime, we have the colors of olive green. I'm wearing the khaki. This is a medium. And because I wanted it to be a little baggy, technically, I could have got a small. You see how I'm selling this? I believe in it. That's it. And if I were selling clothes, I would show up every single day doing just that. If I were, whatever I am selling, ask yourself why you're not showing up. Because when you show up, that's when things shift for you. So for example, everything that you ever see Lakeisha Michelle do is because I decided to show up despite the best way. All of this other stuff is useless. What's the best way? What's the best group? What's the best platform? Oh, I need to get into automation. Automation, that sounds so sexy. But if a person isn't clear on their product or service, why on earth do you need automation? You need to be able to, I think that there is so much power in old school conversation and conversion. And making sure you're clear on what you're selling and making sure that you're clear on why things are working or why things are not working. Yes, show up. What's up, Jaree? Miss Pink, what's up? Shakisha, what's up? Thank you, love. Walking in peace. Hello, Heather. All my dreamers in the building. Jaree, hey, pretty lady. Yes, show up. Hello, all. What's up, Michelle? Michelle and Jaree are VIP at the Unleash Her event. You guys are going to be at the VIP day. Seeing is believing until it ain't. Period. Like, okay, so the children of Israel, here they are slaves, and they believed Moses when he performed the miracle. Soon as Moses went to go do what God told him to do, and it looked funny to everybody, and the king got pissed off, and some people had to suffer, they decided to shift. Like, how dare you come in here and give us an even harder life? OMG, Moses, you're bringing us more drama. Moses had to stay focused, and Moses had to keep showing up. And so it's the same thing with business. Like, whatever your business is, you can't not show up because, oh, my hair's not done today. Oh, I don't have on makeup today. Also, when those are your excuses, if I find that y'all know me, I will go bald before I do not do it, before I let my looks get in the way of something that I am supposed to be doing. Some of y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Oh, my hair, I can't do that today. Every single day, you're losing. Like, what are you saying? Like, what? Show up. Like, because you can't not. I love this. Like, I can't not. I want to tell you, when I'm reading these emails of all this drama, people got drama. Like, and I get it. Everybody, you can have drama in your life, but it not be your drama. But you acknowledge and see the drama of the people you love. But I will not be going to bed, taking home your drama. And then try to run a business? Are you serious? That's why you see beauty professionals. I hear all the time. My old clients, these are professional, high-paid women. And they always be like, the hairstylist or the nail tech was like literally dumping all her drama on me. Don't nobody come to get services from you to like, what? That's so stupid, but it's what happens because we allow this stuff in our lives and got the nerve to be having all these goals. We have to get in alignment, you guys. And we have to constantly be shedding things away from us that don't serve what we say we actually want. And also trusting that this business idea came to me, I'm going to build it. And if somebody doesn't show up today, even though I showed up, I'm not going to not show up tomorrow. So if I make a post and I don't get the likes that I want, I'm not going to like, oh, tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Or 3 days go by and all of this stuff. It is stuff. That's why you have to die daily, because that is all emotional stuff, spiritual stuff. That is the enemy bringing you confusion and conversation and comparison so that you can get in your head and you look up and it's like, man, another day of not playing full out. Why? Ask yourself why. Now, that's just one thing. I wanted to do a post, and I guess I'm off topic. I wanted to do a post about all the things that really, like, what makes $10,000 a month? $10,000 a month is like, what is that? That can be completely a normal minimum for you. What is it really made of? You know, so I went through and looked at my life, and I, looked at all the years when I was in the salon and when I shifted to online. I was like, first of all, that was the number that I was available for. And I was constantly, I had very high accountability. I had mentors that would be like, so you got to make an extra whatever so you can come here with me. You got to make this because you just need to, because you're paying me to keep you accountable. I had several different types of mentors. So that was a high reason. But before I had mentors in general in the beauty industry, I didn't have mentors for money. It was just like, I decided, here's the number that I want to reach. Here's what I'm going to provide in exchange. And then I'm going to do the things that bring me more people and constantly be looking to serve these people and go deeper with these people. Because I realized that one person represents at least 3 to 5 transactions. Somebody write that down. One person represents at least, Cheryl, what's going on? Congratulations. Penny, what's up, Penny Lynn? Yes. Stay focused. Yes. Cheryl, we need to play. We need to create something. We're going to do some type of challenge, some type of power challenge. I feel it, sis. What's up, Cole? So true. Carla Maria in the building. Carla Maria is going to be at my Unleash Her VIP event. Jeree will be at my Unleash Her. Unleash Her is all about what I'm telling you. Getting rid of all the things that are stopping you from really, fully, truly being yourself and showing up in your business, in your online space. I love video. I love creating content. I want you to understand how easily you can. I was just helping a client a minute ago and literally putting together their challenge. So they're doing a challenge and I'm like, oh, so here's what the challenge looks like. Here's the framework. The framework is, this is the topic. Here's an example of your caption. And then this is what you're going to do for the next X amount of days. That stuff drops. It took me 10 minutes like to literally make the flyers as well as the caption, which was like a mini, it was a really juicy conversation, which impacts people to interact, which is going to build their tribe and their engagement. Takes no time. It should be easy for you. Somebody in the comments put, it gets to be easy for me. 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 And you know what? When you focus on why it's not, it's why it's not. This is kind of like common sense, but I think when we say it out loud, we realize that, oh yeah, that's true. If I'm always thinking about why it's not working, that's why it's not working. It gets to be easy for you, and you've got to be able to flow. Yesterday, I was doing my live concert, which went really well, by the way. You should get tickets. It was transformational. That concert was really, really bomb. SellAkeishaMichelle.com. Tickets are $19. It was lit. Like, it was crazy lit. The intro, like, made everybody like, let alone the rest. It was super, super lit. We had such a fun party time. It was life. Anyway, miss you too, Penny Lynn. Good to see your face. It gets to be easy for me. Yes. Here's the thing. My point of bringing that up was yesterday I had this plan and then I felt something different. You have to practice following your spirit. Your spirit is always speaking, but if you have too much clutter, too much conversation, too much unnecessary movement, too much questioning and within yourself, is this the right way? Is that the right way? What if you couldn't get it wrong? What if you couldn't get it wrong? What if you couldn't get it wrong? Like if I go back to my original YouTube videos, the thought of can I get it wrong was not in my head, because what was louder and what I always gave much more attention to, so energy grows where it goes. What I gave more attention to was who I wanted to help, because I really love helping people. So if I'm just thinking about Michelle, if I'm like, okay, your hair and your whatever, then yeah, I'm going to be having hard time showing up. If I'm just thinking about what I don't have. Now, mind you, I started my business without money. So I didn't have what I should have to start the business. But that didn't stop me, because what I had was a knowing, and I followed the knowing. I need you to unleash her. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to do some type of something for the next couple of days. And we're just going to talk about this. Unleashing yourself, like the true, powerful, unapologetic version of yourself at every level. Because sometimes you see all of this stuff and you think that is the reason why somebody makes some money. No, this is an extension of me showing up consistently and paying myself so that I can have the life that I want. But the other part is at every level of my growth, like I was fully my powerful self. So just because you see something that somebody else has, it could be something as simple as makeup. If you don't know makeup now, ladies, but you desire to know makeup, you don't not show up until you know makeup. You show up as you're learning every single day. If I want to become a great pianist and I want to take that keyboard and rock it out, then I've got to do the simple things every day and trust that my powerful pianist self is unleashing every single day. I am constantly, forever unleashing her. Who is her? It's the version of you before you really were acknowledging the stuff that you aren't. It's the version of you that just exists. That you exude whatever you feel. You just go do. You don't sit and wonder if it's wrong. You're just like, hey, I feel led to do this, and you do it. And you trust that when I show up, God shows out. When I show up, God shows out. I decided, my clients keep asking me this same question. I had sense enough to know that if more than one person asks me a question, jump on a video. Doing that now, been doing that for 10 years. Meanwhile, back 10 years ago, when someone asked me a question, I was thinking, I keep getting the same question. Let me make a video about it. I make the video. See, being her is unapologetic. The core of who you are, minus the shame, minus the guilt, minus the pain, minus the I think I'm not, minus the I don't know, minus the I'm going to get it wrong, minus the I started before and I failed, minus the I don't have the money. The version of you that has none of that conversation going on, she's there. Oh, she's there. I promise you, she's there. And so the more you tune into her, the more other things fall off. Like, I don't even think about if I'm getting it wrong. I don't. And then it's funny because then I'll get coaches and mentors or buy products, and then I'll see like, oh, I've been doing that. I just didn't know if that's what it was called. But thanks for giving me a title. But baby, I've been doing that. I follow the lead of my spirit. My spirit is pure. My spirit is not like messed up and tainted. You know what I'm saying? Come on, somebody. Oh, that's good, Jeree. That's good, Jeree. What's up, Chadell? Chadell, you need to be at the Unleash Her virtually. It don't matter if you can't make it. We right up on it. I believe that, you can make it anywhere you want. I remember when I decided to go to Katrina Root's event, and I found out on a Monday, and I was in Australia on a Friday. I also decided that I'm going to this, and I'm not flying regular for that. I don't like flying regular, first of all. Second of all, surely not flying regular on a long trip flight. No. So also, I energetically decided before I knew how, I'm about to go do this, and I'm going to Australia. Everybody's like, why are you going to Australia? That makes no sense in the same week. Also, I made a way. When you find a way and when you have a strong enough reason, the world moves, baby. Mountains move. Things move out of your way. Everybody, all the women that are listening to me, that you want to show up powerfully online. You want to be unapologetic. You know that you want to be focused on helping the people that you are called to. And you know that you have been like literally, what's another word? I am shifting my language. And so the word that's coming to me is not a word that I want to use anymore. I'm literally going to look up another word. I need y'all to know how potty mouth. If you do not want to, are these synonyms? This is horrible. If you do not want to baloney yourself, ladies that are tired of baloneying themselves need to be at this event. Couldn't make it to the live, but watch the replay. Yes, it was fire. Can't wait to finish it tonight. Yes! Oh, let me drop the link. So let me tell you guys what we're working on. But also, I want to give you some tips. Jeree is extremely smart, first of all. And I have some pre-work for you guys to do. Jeree, Carla, the people who are already coming to the event. I'm so excited because we are going to have a wonderful time. And I'm going to just tell you right now, the fire that is going to drop on the VIP day, it's insane. When you are hungry for success, let nothing get in your way. Boom. Follow the lead of your spirit. Yes. Belonging. Right. Belonging. I don't know. I was trying not to say it. What's up, Chandria? Minus all the noise. The true you is there. Unleash her. Yes. She was born free. Find the inner child that is fearless. Yes, Ken. That is exactly it. Let it go. Next. Yes. God shows up when you follow your godly intentions. Yes. When I show up, God shows out. Boom. Is that a fireplace going? Oh, how romantic. Doc is calling in love. Let's hold the space for Doc's perfect lover to just, boom, appear. You are going to just come upon a man who is just a God-fearing, amazing man, ready to just be in complete companionship with you. This is real good. Unleash yourself. Yes. At every level. Yes, good. You guys are catching it. Replacing why with how. Yes. Yummy. It gets to be easy for me. Yes. So many good bombs, right? So many good bombs. Shadell, there's the link. Let me tell you why. Again, I said this yesterday. There is transformation in transaction. So many people are walking around and you're holding all your money like this. Money is just one form, but if you're the type of person where it's like, oh God, but I really want to do this. Let it go. You're too committed to the dollars. When you give up the things that you love the most, that's when you make room for even more blessing, even more greater things. When you give up the things that you love the most. Listen, there are so many times, and it's so funny. If you guys follow Prophet Lovey, he's doing a 10-day fast right now. And I have been following Prophet Lovey forever. I've been in his prophetic school. I'm team Lovey. Okay, that's my papa. And let me just tell you, for a couple years now. But one thing that he really reminded me of is the sacrifice in a financial sacrifice. Every single time I've given a seed, I'm talking big seeds. I'd be like, you know what? I was going to use that money for this, but let me just go and give it. It always come back like crazy in a way that I don't stress about it. I give it and I trust God. My trust is in God. And anytime I feel like something, it doesn't matter if it's clothes, it doesn't matter if it's money. If I feel like something that I have, I cannot give away, then to me, I just am reminded of Abraham and his son. Like, if I can't give up my son for God, you know what I'm saying? Then something wrong. Okay? Something is wrong. That's what I believe spiritually. So also, some of you guys are carrying around, it may not be your money. You may not have a problem investing, but you're so committed. I have coaching clients, and what we work on is their commitment to what happened to them, their commitment to the story that they've created that they choose to live by. Well, I'm this type of person, so I just can't. You're committed to that. And so that's why everything isn't changing. Whatever you're giving attention to is growing. You get to choose what you give attention to. We both have choice. Every single day that I wake up and you wake up, we have a choice to focus on something. We can give the energy to what we have, what we don't have. We can have gratitude. It's up to you. We all have the same choice, and we've all been given time. And so it's what we do with it. All of this, God help. And it's like you're doing the same thing every day, expecting different results and not understanding how it works with your relationship with God. Come on, somebody. And yes, by the way, I'm talking about God, business, and everything else because I can and because you're one person. And why on earth do I need to have like pie charts for everything? And I'm this way over here and that way over there. I don't got time to keep up with all those different types of lanes. Seeing is believing until it ain't. Boom. Until it ain't. That's when your faith really activates. If you know that you hear something that you need to be doing, do it. Do it, do it, do it. And trust God as the source. If you're trying to trust and you're trying to predict what God's going to do, I don't even want to, because that's putting limitations. If I've never seen the world, but I'm trying to like predict, like that's like traveling. Like the reason why I traveled is because I hadn't seen the world. I seen it on pictures and stuff like that, but ain't nothing like experience the world, Europe, like, oh my God. And I haven't been everywhere. Hello, haven't been everywhere, but everywhere that I go, I'm like, oh, even just being in Pittsburgh, driving around, I laugh because the people in Pittsburgh that I've been in the car with, they're like, you just be looking everywhere when you drive. And I'm like, because it's a new land. Why would I just assume that where I am is it? It's a whole big old city. I'm going to get to know it. I don't want to put limitations and just stay in my little box because it's quite fabulous. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I still want to get out and see what it be like in the pits. You know what I'm saying? So don't put limitations on God. Don't put limitations on yourself. When I decided to show up 10 years ago, because everybody was asking me the same question, and I decided that I'm going to make a video, and it was like, how do I get everybody this video? That was it. It was like, how do I get everybody the video? Some of y'all was like, which one is best? YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Oh God, let me go to take an Instagram class, and let me go take this class, and let me go. For me, it was like, where can I put this video real quick, like in one day? Boom. Okay, YouTube, I can put videos on there. Great. I'm going to put this video on here. I put the video on there and I send it to my clients. I'm only interested in helping them at that moment. But what I love is that when you follow the what you hear and you hear it and you follow it and you build the muscle of going now, what happens is that you literally give room. You create the space for God to show up. You made the space. So now God can meet you and boom, touch that thing. So I didn't know that, 500,000, 1 million people were going to see. I was like, oh my God, I was literally just thinking that those few people, I'm open. Lord, I'm open. But here, I'm going to just put this video up and help these people that keep asking me the same question. Write this down. What question do people ask me all the time? What am I seeing? What's being highlighted to me on a regular basis that people always want to know? People always call me to get advice on. People always ask me. People always compliment me on, or I just always notice. Maybe there's no people, because some of y'all got a brain so wired in negativity that you hear, well, people never ask me anything. First of all, let's get away from that spirit of just like, people never ask me. That's really like we don't want that. Shoot, spirit, don't bother us. That's the wrong mentality to be embedded in. When you have a mentality like that and you're living from that space, dear God, you are always attracting. Say this, you are always attracting. I am always attracting. So if I'm living from the space of nobody knows the trouble I've seen, that's all you're going to see is trouble, so that you can keep living out the testimony of, child, I don't look like what I've been through. You don't know my trouble. You don't know my story. Black people, especially at church, when somebody starts their testimony like that, you see everybody like, yes, tell it. Man. Like, I cannot. There's a time and place for that. But most of the times people are coming from a space of, I am my pain. I'm carrying it as a badge of honor. And I'm just saying, around here where we live at on these parts, on these internet streets, this ain't how we living. It's not how we living, people. So listen, I literally just showed up from my first live on my Facebook group and spoke for 20 minutes outside of my norm of doing my short videos with a teleprompter. Boom! Good job, Heather. Heather, I would love for you to be an Unleash Her. And yes, I'll be picking out people that I know that when we work together, you're going to excel even more and more and more. So Heather, I would love for you to be there. Check it out and see if it speaks to you. Good afternoon. Love your videos. Thank you. Do things that bring me more people. Yes. It gets to be easy to be me. Yes. It is so easier being yourself. Completely. Yes, Keisha. Yes, Maya. Shidell says just hopped on. Follow the instructions. Then we'll catch up on what you're saying. It gets to be easy. Yes. It gets to be easy. Yes. Just jump. Yes. And the thing about jumping is that, when you jump, you have an idea of what you think is going to happen, and then you leave room for God to create. So never did I ever just jump into like business. Like in my head, it's like, I'm going to do hair and I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm going to help a lot of women look beautiful. Right. And here's like, I knew I wasn't just jumping off of a cliff, not knowing nothing. Like I knew I'm going to be a successful hairdresser. Okay. And because I knew that, I started taking steps that I knew to take, reading books about business. Super simple. You guys are not doing the simple things. Maybe you are. Congratulations. But it's the simple things. People ask me, why am I always smiling? Wow. And you are glowing. And why am I always happy? I love it. And so you guys, when you study, I tell everybody this all the time, study business models. There are people who do like happiness challenges, and you can ask people to pay $10 and you lead them through a happiness challenge, but you have to be really good at understanding why you click. I understand my systems. I'm a systematic person. Even though I seem like a random person, I'm a very systematic person. So if there's a result that you see me get, there's a process behind it. And so if there's a result that you have, and there's a conversation of happiness that you choose to have, and maybe not monetize that as far as happiness, but just use the happiness conversation to build the tribe and trust. You can build a tribe around happiness and then build a 6-figure t-shirt business. I have friends who literally make $5,000 to $10,000 a month selling t-shirts. They just sell t-shirts. They make them at their house. Literally, you guys, like for real. And the conversation, the attention that they get on social media is around conversations. So conversation about happiness, you can have it every day. There's a million books about happiness. There have been authors and speakers that go on tours about happiness. Again, understanding business models so that when you get an idea and when you recognize what's coming to you or what's being highlighted for you, then you can put it into a framework. Somebody write the word down, framework. See, these are words that sometimes people go, well, I don't really know what that means. If I did know, what do I think that it means? What's a frame? A picture is inside of a frame, okay? A frame that I'm working, okay? A frame that holds a picture. It is working. The job that the frame is doing right now is holding the picture. If I have an idea and I want to put that idea into a framework, this frame is going to work at holding this idea into a particular container so that it can be repeatable, right? The picture is always going to be held into the frame, right? Hopefully that made sense. Made sense in my head. Just trying to give you guys an example of words that people normally don't say a lot of times in regular conversation. Like people don't study business models. People don't study frameworks, steps. If framework is weird for you, it is the steps that you take. It is a system. New to you and love your content. Hello, Linda. Welcome. I need to get a welcome song for all my new people. Who's new? Hello, people. I love you all. Framework. Yes. Trust in God and just do it. Boom. How did you have the confidence to go for it? How did you become so confident? You get confidence because of what you know. So the stuff that I posted 10 years ago on the internet, I knew it like the back of my hand. So I wasn't posting it. I was not in my head about myself. It was like, I'm going to help these people. It's really when you get, again, shifting what you're saying, like my business, I can say like, when I show up, the business does whatever. And so that makes people think that it's about me. But see, in my head, it's not about me. It's like, I need to help Jordani understand this concept. So I got to go tell her about it because I know what I'm talking about. And everybody needs to listen to me because I know what I'm talking about. And everybody keeps asking me this question. So I'm going to make a video about it because it's going to help everybody. So it's not really about me. It's like the other stuff, you know, I don't know. That's not about me because I'm also operating a business. And so the business is a company makes money. When you remember that the company only makes money for the value that it gives, and you understand what the value is that you give, then you just do it. And it's not based on you. It's like, that's the value. Oh, that's what the company is supposed to do. I just happen to work for the company and I push the button. So now who is it really? It's not about me, if that makes sense. And also confidence comes from clarity. Confidence comes from repetition. Confidence comes over time. So when you understand that you cannot Google and Amazon Prime your confidence, you kind of can relax because you just got to trust that it's going to come. If I'm going to learn piano, I'm going to suck. Like up until I don't. Like I'm going to suck compared to somebody. And I'm just going to keep practicing. When you first start singing, anybody really, like, I mean, you know, unless you're just completely tone deaf, like even the person who says, oh, I'm not a singer. But if I just work with you for 30 days on the key of C, and we just worked on our basic scale, and we just did the same thing for 30 days, you're going to be so much more confident at the end of 30 days. And so I think we just get really, really adult, and we get really, really like, you know, adulty to where it's like, well, that can't be the case. That's for like when I was younger. That's like so elementary. It needs to be more complicated. But honestly, I got confident at makeup the more that I did it. I used to be so scared to do makeup on clients because I was like, oh God, what if I get done and she looks a mess? But I have to keep doing it and trust the process. So while I was doing it, I would be like, dear Jesus, it looks a mess. But I would just trust, gotta trust, keep pushing, keep painting, keep going. And I would be like, oh my God, I don't know. And I would just keep doing it. And then, you know, when you get done, even I would still be in my head a little bit like, hope she likes it. And then I would see pictures of it and I'm like, whoa, I did that. Because there's always a version of you as a creator too that's just going to be sensitive to what you put out because it's your stuff that you really, really care about. Can you save this? I'm just tuning in. Yes, Vaughn. No limitation. Show up with your all for God. Amen. Mind shift. Yes. Steps and system. Yes. Yes. I love it. Confidence, clarity, focus, and yes. So like, for example, when you're making offers, how many of you guys are making offers? Let me see some emoji hands. How many of you guys are making offers? Let me see some emoji hands. Just like Lisa Nichols said, everyone just needs to do what you Well, she told me, why do I keep, she was like, Keisha, you're bossy. I am bossy. I'm going to be with her in November. She's trying to get me to fly to somewhere, to Florida. I'm doing her Powerhouse Speakers event. So that's going to be exciting. Just started a t-shirt business right on time. I'm the student. Yes. Like seriously, several of my friends, and they always talk to me about their stuff because I love numbers and I love like making content that sells. I'm really good at that. I've been doing it for 10 years in different variations, whether it was hairdressing, makeup, selling classes, selling live events, selling physical products. I understand, you know, using the attention to, first of all, serve others. I also believe in creating things that serve people, you know, whether what I'm posting is to inspire you, to make you laugh, to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do that as well as a business. Every day, you need to ask people to buy. Target, Walmart, Verizon, the stadium. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to always, they expect a sale. How many guys are waking up every day, but you don't even expect transactions to happen? Whew. Somebody need to catch what I just said. God always shows me why I am so similar to you, my inner self. I just want and scared to let her out. Yeah, so you just got to ask God to perfect. You guys go do the fast with Prophet Lodi. That fast is amazing, and it is like I think everybody should just be fasting. Like I think it's a really good thing. I was already gonna fast because when I have live events, they get the more I fast. That's kind of a little thing I do. You guys, by the way, whenever I do live events, I fast from something. And it, like, the way that God moves at the live event is just, it's like sacrifice for something so God can really, 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 so you just can be a channel. I'm a channel. So I believe in that. I believe in that. I believe in that. It is massive. You should totally follow. But yeah, like, understanding that you can have fear. People have fear. We all have a fear of something, but you have to be able to talk past it. So you got to talk to yourself like, okay, even though I feel scared, I'm still going to post this. Even though I feel unworthy, I'm still going to try this. You know, even though I feel like I failed last time, I'm still going to do it again. She's my best friend. Oh, I love that. I love it, Heather. I'm new. My friend just invited. Yay! Miss Patty said God sent me to you. I get that message every day, and I'm grateful to God. I needed to hear this. Good. Wow, this is good. Framework. Yes. Yes. Somebody wrote a note that I really liked that I said, but I forgot what it was. People asked me, let's see. Make room for the new. Yes, Jeree. Jeree says she's so ready. Yes, I cannot wait. Good afternoon. I watched the replay of your concert, and I loved it. Let go of my toxic family, and recently my dad. And oh my God, God has been showing up and showing out of my life. Listen, I told someone this morning, I said, you got to remember, leave the dead with the dead. That, when I read that in the Bible, I was like, that's really harsh. This disciple, Jesus was asking people to join his mission. And here someone is like, well, I can come with you, Jesus, but my daddy, he's probably going to die soon. So I need to just kind of hang out and, just make sure I can bury my dad and see him off well. Jesus said, leave the dead with the dead. Ouch. Talk about conviction and belief. Trust me, the transformation that you will get on this journey is more powerful. Like, what will you gain from sitting with the dead? They're going to do the same thing every day until they die. Spiritually, that's what Jesus was referencing, right? It's spiritual. And it's like, that's harsh. I love this person. I don't want to leave this person. But at the end of the day, if you have a calling on your life, if you have a message, if you have a mission, and you're not showing up because of emotional things, like I need to sit with my person until they pass away, like I could totally do that. My mom has dementia. You know what I'm saying? My parents are older. I have been guilty of doing so many things because I'm trying to hang back with my family. And at the end of the day, everybody has their own journey. So it's not disrespectful. It's like, my mom told me before she got dementia, I always want you to follow what you should be doing. I will never make you feel guilty for not being up under me. I thank God my mama told me that. That is freeing. Some of you parents right now are watching and you think your child is there to entertain you, to be up in your house all day, to come to you for every little thing because you're using your child to fulfill something that you're not acknowledging within yourself. That is ridiculous. You should stop it because nobody got time for that. Stop messing up their lives for lack of whatever you need. And how about you just go to God and get full? How about that? Because your children are for a season and then they got to live their lives. And you should be empowering them, giving them the tools, the mindset, the conversation, the scripture, so they can go in this world and be a light, not so that they can serve you and live up under you so you can be mother hen and not acknowledge the crap in your life. I mean, I see it all the time. The parents do that. And I'm like, that is so not fair. Thank you, Jesus, for my parents because they're amazing. But anyway, can you talk about working hard and determination to get results versus struggling? Sometimes we need to persist, but sometimes we just in the struggle bus. So yeah, great question. Keisha, I'm excited. Keisha's coming to unleash her as well. Here's the thing about working hard. I believe in hard work. I am not the type of person that I'm not going to say that everything came easy. I started with a negative bank account. You know what I'm saying? I went to beauty school. I was waitressing tables. So I did what I had to do because I knew the bigger picture. So I definitely believe in that. And the reason why it doesn't feel hard, I enjoyed waitressing tables. I enjoyed hosting at restaurants. I enjoyed that stuff. I knew it wasn't my forever. So I could unleash her at that level of my life and trust and know, even in that moment, I'm enough. I'm on my way. So it's really the conversation of I'm on my way. And so the hard work, I can enjoy each day. I was also trained as a child to remember that what you do, do it unto God. I don't always do that perfectly, but that training makes it so that even when I was cleaning toilets or whatever the hard work was, I did it with the best energy, spirit, and character. And also I got favor and blessings on every single job I've ever had because of that. So if you're in that position, Watch your attitude. So many people always talk to me because I'm an entrepreneur. They think that I think their job is bad. No, I think your job is a blessing, because what I know for sure is most people can't deal with half the stuff that the average entrepreneur deals with that's making money. Like there's a consistent mentality. As my mind grows, my business grows. There's definitely a direct correlation. But anyway, when it comes to working hard, maybe there's times where I need to bang out a sales page. And sales pages are not my favorite things to do. They're just not. That's just the way that it is, right? But there are frameworks and ways to do things that work. And so I have to sit myself down and just do it, right? And I set a time frame and I get it done. And I give myself some type of treat at the end of whatever it is that I don't want to do, that I have to do, and it feels hard. Or, for example, this Facebook, learning Facebook, learning it is not easy, but I'm not going to, it's how you see it. Like, it's just what you do. Like, if you want to leverage and go to the next level, like, I'm great where I am, but I want to like really like 10x it. Okay. These ads are going to really help me. Having an understanding and then hiring a person is very wise. And so that's what I'm going to do. And so it may cost me a lot of money. It may cost me a lot of time, but I'm willing because it is in alignment with where I'm going. So there is hard work, and hard is relative, but there are things that you have to do that aren't so easy, and it's just required, but you can do it with ease because you know where you're headed. So vision is massive. You have to have this is where I'm going. Here's the personality. Here are the characters that I need. Here is the mindset that I need. Here's how far I'm willing to go. Something that is really important, you guys, is to really, before you even start, for example, relationships. If I know that I want to be married, there are parts of my personality and my singleness that marrying a man of God, like, there are certain things that I have to shift, and it's going to be hard for me to shift. But when you look at the bigger picture and the purpose of the marriage and the purpose of the union and the purpose of the desire, the vision of where you both want to go, is it worth working on the hard work? Yes. And I definitely learned that from my parents. My dad's like, just because you can't communicate with somebody properly right now, don't mean you quit. If this is what you think is worth fighting for, then you do the work that it takes until it takes. And so it's really a conversation with yourself all the time, acknowledging, what's coming to you, what feels hard, and telling yourself that once you figure it out, I'm always getting into, when I figure this out, it's going to be so good, right? The product that I'm developing, I spent so much time, and I mean time. I got to actually documented everything that I was researching to figure out how to make this product. And when I figured it out, all I kept telling myself is, I'm going to figure it out. So then while I was doing the work that was hard, I didn't have to have any anxiety and any whatever, all of that stuff I could release, because I'm on my way. It's the energy of I'm on my way. It's like, if you pray for healing, just because you may not get the healing today, do you believe the healing is coming? If so, then you act accordingly. You live from the space of being healed. Because I'm healed, and I know that, eating this may mess up, maybe you have diabetes, right? But because I'm claiming my healing, I've prayed for it, it's done. I'm living in the state of being healed. My part in this is not doing the things in the natural sense that bring me back the symptoms of the diabetes. Does that make sense? So it's like, there is hard work for us to do. And there's it is what it is. But how you're framing it and how you are viewing it is everything. And that is going to really showcase in how you're walking. I just loved you. I just figured out the basic video editing and uploaded my first YouTube video today. Yes! I love it. I love it. Congratulations. Yes, Keisha, I'm so happy you're coming. Yes, Jaree, Keisha, Michelle, Dr. Priscilla, Carla, Nikki. This is so good, powerful. Good. Hey, y'all. What's up, y'all? Tag a friend, share. Yeah, when you watch me, it's not, when you watch people, God will bring you people and you realize there's oh, I'm that way. Oh, I think about that. That's like confirmation that you need to go on with what you're thinking. Like, get into it, start, keep going. I'm not one of those people that be like, oh, so-and-so's copying me. Like, what are you, there's nothing new. How can you copy? What are you talking about? It's like, that's like if somebody read a scripture and then I read the scripture. Oh, I'm copying. It's the same Bible. We got the same Bible. Anyway, now you know there are people who like word for word copy folks, but follow your spirit and trust what God is. Trust what's coming to you and move. Trust what's coming to you and move. So I don't know. I got off task, but never really off task because everything is perfect. That just hit me because I do that. Yes, you are called by God to follow him. Follow the master. Pick up the great one. God will heal the broken hearts. He loves you. Speak that truth. You better go, Penny. Penny in the comments. What's going on in the comments? This is like what we think will manifest. What we speak takes root. Take up our mats, ideas, and walk. Come on, Deshaun. He preaching. Yes, so working hard is a thing. Like I believe in doing the hard work. Now, my hard work may take me an hour for the day. I believe that it gets to get easier and easier the more infrastructure and understanding you have. So let me give you guys some things that you need to pay attention to. So we're talking about the Unleash Her event is for the woman who wants to fully show up online authentically as herself with her message and also creating services and products. You know what I'm saying? Building a tribe, making money from all of that. Yes, we're talking about making the dough, but getting rid of the things that stop you and getting into the systems and the numbers that support you for consistently hitting 10K months. That's what we're working on. So let me just go here because I'll miss some stuff. The stages to hitting consistent 10K months. This is what we're covering in our VIP because there are stages. Okay. And I'm going to cover that for you guys. The stages to hitting consistent 10K months so you can identify where you are, what activities you need to focus on, and what will help you get out of your head, out of overwhelm, and back into creativity. When you really understand those stages, then you have confidence. Okay. Now, no matter if you're coming or not, you need to know that there are stages in your business. You know, when you first get started, for example, at ground zero, you're just validating. Who doesn't know what that means when I say validate? I need you guys to always think about that. When you have an idea, you want to validate it. If a guy likes a girl, he needs to validate that she likes him too before he really just like whatever. So he's going to do certain things. He's going to show up a certain number of times. He's going to call. He's going to do certain things to see if there is validation and interest in his proposition. Does that make sense? So a lot of times people don't understand that the validation stage is a process. Like you got to go through some things, right? And so what happens is they think, oh, because I have this idea and because I have this thing I want to do and I put it out there and nothing happened, oh, it didn't work. No, did you thoroughly validate? Were you clear? See, the confidence comes from clarity. Who is this for? What do they want? And what can I show them so that it can build trust and conversation and interaction so that they can begin to look back at the thing that I have. Validation. And for me, when I, for example, the event that I'm selling, like I put it out there, some clients asked me, can I do it? I created the pay link. If you want this, then you're going to pay for it because that validates that there is a need for it. Once they paid, then I went and made the rest of the stuff, and I'm telling you guys to come along. But I validated the need for the product. Does that make sense? And the more you can quickly validate by receiving payments and working with real humans, the quicker you'll get to the next level. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Boom! I know that's right. I know that's right. I love that, Chandra. So here's the thing. What's up, sissy? Jane says transformation. Yes, thanks to you, coach. I got rid of my social media fears and pressed forward easily and effortlessly. Yes! I love it. Y'all got to start bragging and dropping your testimonials. You know what I'm saying? I don't brag enough. I'm going to need y'all to start sharing what breakthroughs you're getting as a result of the work that you're doing in the LM school. Okay. Work at an idea. Work at that idea you have for 6 months to validate. Right. I mean, and you give it a time frame. Your time frame is relative depending on what you sell. So there's no like rule for how long, but I definitely think if you try something for 5 days or 7 days or even 30 days and you didn't even try it right, but then you want to quit. You just assume you had the perfect sales conversation. You did the perfect marketing. One of the things I see all the time in my one-on-one clients, I will tell them what to do, and then they will hit me back in our one-on-one and be like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And then I'll be like, run me back that list of everything you did each day for marketing and selling activities. They'd be like, oh, well, yeah, stop. You cannot be mad that you don't get a result that you did not work for. Hard work. That was a conversation Keisha asked. Hard work. Now, I understand where people are saying, like, don't go chasing things and don't go like, feeling. And I think that's energetic. So you got to just watch your energy when you're doing the hard work. Because if I feel like I am panhandling, yeah, that's the wrong energy. That is a struggle energy. I have to have this work because that doesn't feel good, and that is the wrong energy. You need to pause, go fill your cup, get your life, get a day job if you need to, night job, child, whatever you got to get. Calm down, because that's not the energy that really feels good for most people. You have stories where people started from that energy and then they made it work, but I don't try that. I don't practice that. She is great at serving people, marketing, sales, so much more. Thank you. Thank you. So here's the thing. I love it. You guys are so lit. Yes, that's it right there. Checking your energy. Good. I was like, did I finish that thought? Because it's an energetic thing. If I'm like, oh my God, it's not working, you need to be in the, oh my God, it's working energy. And you launch from that place. Oh my God, it's working. 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 It's happening for me right now. Okay, so again, what we do is really get clear on you. You can know all of this stuff, but not do. So in the VIP day, as well as we work together for 8 weeks, the VIP day is the kickoff of 8 weeks of coaching and accountability. The first thing we do is get clear. Like, I don't want to just start coaching and assume you know certain things. So I got to make sure that where you are makes sense. Your activities make sense so that we can go. I like to move. I like to move with speed, baby. Speed. Okay. So once we figure out where you are and what activities make sense for what you want to create in the next 8 weeks, then we go to your message. We look at your products and your services. If you don't have any, we create them. We'll get into that. But the key to defining your message is what I'm going to talk about with you guys and give you the strategy. And then you're going to practice it. And when I say practice, it's because you're doing it in real life. Okay. So I'm going to show you the key to defining your message powerfully so you never run out of content. And so that people love to binge what you publish. If you're watching me right now and you're like, oh my God, this is so good. Hello, I've been doing this for a long time. That's why you come, even if you don't buy anything. Some of you guys have never purchased from me, but you're like loyal dream tribers. Like, it all matters. It all matters. You matter whether you purchase or not. And it's not an accident that I am always a content machine. And by the way, I just turned the camera on. I didn't have to go do some deep meditation or strategy or something, because I literally have a strategy that works over and over. It's worked for years. I'm going to teach it to you, and then you're going to practice it for 8 weeks. It is something that you have to practice. It is, somebody put in the comments, practice. Practice. When I was in beauty school, we had to do a practical exam in order to get the license. What does that mean? You cannot just go to beauty school. You got to actually curl some hair, baby, so somebody can see what it do. We had to do a practical. So, it's time to pray. We must pray. Okay, I forgot. I have some, let me go see what we're supposed to pray about. You guys want to join me in my prayer real quick? I think you should. I think it's going to be a blessing for you. And then I'm going to get back to my point. But my timer just went off. So, we are praying. We're asking God to look at us through the eyes of his mercy, his kindness, and not through the eyes of our erring ways. And we're asking God to blot out our transgressions. I love this. I love this. Listen to this sentence. The act of wanting to kill is what leads you to murder. Ooh. So the prayer is to blot out, take away the thing, the act of wanting to kill, which we don't want to kill people here. Clearly, it's an analogy. All right. And we're asking God to wash us clean from iniquity and purify us from sin. We're acknowledging our transgressions, and we're praying that God will adorn us, and we're asking for total victory over the sin, and we're thanking God for total deliverance, victory and deliverance, and we're forgiving ourselves. That is the intention of this prayer. Bow your heads. Here we go. Because I got to pray because my timer's set and I'm praying every 3 hours in for the fast. And I ain't logging on my live stream. So we're going to pray and then I'm going to get back to what I was talking about. Father God, we thank you so much. Thank you so much, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for life, health, and strength and breath. Thank you that you do not judge us by our transgressions. Thank you that we get to come before you and list out every single thing that we do wrong, every thought that doesn't serve us, whether we're lying, whether we're being manipulative, whether we're cheating or, omitting things, whether we are just caught up in some lust, sexual immorality nonsense. God, we can bring it all to you and you don't judge us. We pray that you look at us through the lens of mercy and grace. Mercy and grace, mercy and grace. Right now in the chat, type mercy and grace. God, look at us through the lens of mercy. Have mercy on us. Reveal to us the things that we need to stop doing. Lord, I thank you for creating the space so that we can come to you with everything, and no judgment. God, I ask that you blot out our transgressions. Make us whiter than snow. Make us whiter than snow. Blot out the things that were left behind because of actions that we've taken that were wrong actions. Blot out the things that were left behind, the spots, the blemishes, the sicknesses, the headaches, the pain, the worry, the anxiety that's left behind because of the sin. God, we ask that you blot it out. We ask that you blot it out. We ask for total deliverance. We ask that you forgive us for our transgressions and that you begin to just completely shift and create a new molded, new version of us, a more powerful version of us. We ask that these things fall off of us so that we can serve you more, Father God. Forgive us, forgive us, forgive us. See us through your mercy. See us through your grace, oh God. See us the way that you originally made us, which was sinless, which was blameless, oh God. God, I ask that I thank you for forgiving us. And I ask that you begin to just completely deliver and shift us. And we claim that delivery. We claim that victory, oh God. I ask that you just begin to stir the souls and stir the hearts of everybody listening. And let them know that they can bring any and everything, whatever's embarrassing, oh God. Let us have the courage enough to say it out loud to you. Let us have the courage enough to say it out loud to you. And the trust to know that it is washed away. It is washed away and it is done according to our beliefs. So the people that are listening going, this sounds usual. God, let them be convicted that it is done according to their beliefs and that they get to have victory. They get to have deliverance. We all get to have victory and deliverance. We get to move these blots away so that we can focus on what you've called us to do, be, and have in this life. Oh God, we thank you. God, I ask that we just continue to remember that we get to forgive ourselves. When you forgive us, we at the same time need to forgive ourselves. And so, God, I pray that we continue to practice that out throughout the day. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I love myself. I am not anything. I am not any blot. I am not anything that's left behind because of past sin. I am delivered. I am victorious. And God, we praise you. We lift you up in Jesus' name. Amen. 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 We're doing this thing where we pray every 3 hours, and that's the intention of the prayer. So back to what I was saying. Here's the thing. When you start in your business, there are different stages. And so to hit the $100,000 mark a year stage, you guys, all you got to do is know some simple things. And validation is one of them. Understanding your marketing and sales muscle and really doing it until you can do it effortlessly and put a system around it and then scale up is massive. All glory be to God. I see you guys saying amen. I wrote some notes, but I don't never stick by my notes. Let me see what I said I was going to say to y'all. Pricing, selling, being seen, mentality. Oh, enthusiasm. Oh, that's going to have to be a whole nother live stream. Oh, that's going to have to be I'm off task. Yeah, I have several live streams for you guys. What gives you certainty in business? Which somebody asked, how do you get confidence? I did. So I just jot down all the things I want to say to you, and then I just turn on the camera. But I probably could have just maybe looked at my page this time but it's all aligned. We've been talking on some of these things. What do you feel to do? Oh, yeah, that's awesome. So I'm going to give you some tangible things. All right. So at the event, we're going to go deep in you, like on your business and the stage of where you are. And then what is the activity? What are the sales and the marketing activities? I'm obsessed with sales and marketing. I love it. Most people, it doesn't take off because you don't understand that people need to be aware of you first. People need to be aware of you first. Okay? People need to be aware of you first. Somebody type that in the comments because I think everybody forgets that that's a thing. Awareness. Like, if I don't know your business exists, Penny Lynn, why you mad? Because I didn't buy. I didn't know you exist. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Let me see the comments. Let me see the comments. People need to know you. People need to be aware of you. Yep. Yeah, and then a lot of times for my people that are scary, what freaks you out is because it's like people need to know you. So then you go, oh, dear God, I'm a sinner, i.e. the prayer. When you walk around and you are your pain and you are your mistakes and you are your whatever, and you think people need to know you, why would you show up? You're not going to torture yourself and show up and be judged, which is why we're praying and fasting, to release the spirit of condemnation, to take on the fact that God is seeing me through the lens of mercy. God is seeing me whiter than snow. He's constantly cleaning me, making me whiter than snow. So I'm not my mistake. Some of you guys are not showing up in your business because you tried it before and your friend said, what are you doing? And they talked about you, and some people stopped talking to you. And so now you're scared to show back up because you don't want the criticism of other people. But those people are not your judge. So I need you to know that you not showing up is not walking in alignment with what is being called for you. You are supposed to only be here and go where you're supposed to be going with what's being placed on your heart. So if you're not doing it, then you're doing yourself and the people that are called to you a disservice. Do you know how many people, do you know how crazy the world is? Like, I've always been this girl, but they used to be like, oh, you can't talk about, don't say Jesus because you don't want to offend anybody. I'm sorry, if I'm standing in the presence of, people who think they're, I don't know. I know a bunch of people on here, like healers and all kind of stuff. I'm not offended by what you are, so don't be offended by what I am. And if you choose to log off, then you do. But by the way, you get to live a life where you get to be all of you. So by the way, what I was saying is that if you think it's you that people need to look at and you're walking around with a shameful, guiltful, painful heart, then that is a contradiction, and it's why your business is not feeling like it should for you. Does that make sense? Which you definitely should just take heed, rewind, do that prayer again. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Even though I did this, I'm not the same person. I am totally delivered. I am totally delivered. So I'm walking and living from the space of total deliverance. So yes, I'm going to show up. Yes, I'm going to show up. Awareness. If they're not aware of you, then how are they going to buy? All right. So we're going to go into just really getting into what activities get you seen. And I'm so good at this. It's crazy of figuring out the content for it. I'm a content machine. I love content. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. So I'm going to help you define your message powerfully so you never run out of content, because I know the core of who I am. I know the core of my message. No matter what's happening in the world, no matter what ideas come to me, I know how to wrap them in the container of my message so that people, you're going to be here whether you're coming to my event or not. You're going to be here looking at whether I'm posting makeup, hair, all of that. I get to unleash all of me and trust that it always serves. Okay. I'm teaching you that there is a strategy and it takes practice. All right. So what else we're going to do? Publishing. We're talking about publishing. I talked about people going to love everything that you publish. And speaking of publishing, okay, you are a broadcaster. Please, somebody type in the comments, I am a broadcaster. I am a broadcaster. I am a broadcaster. Let me see it in the comments. Let me see it in the comments. Yes, because affirmations do work. You have to wake up and claim your day, claim who you are, declare. I am a broadcaster. Yes. 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 Now, here's the thing about that. You are energetically broadcasting something, and you're also a broadcaster in your business. Y'all know I was going to hit you with the double whammy. You are a broadcaster. Like, seriously, you are a broadcaster. Over the next, I think I'm going to give this until Thursday at midnight. I think I'm just going to go crazy with content for you guys until Thursday at midnight. Well, let's be clear. I'm not going to be up at Thursday at midnight, but I mean, the day to join, I'm going to put a deadline on when to join Unleash. When should I put the deadline? You guys choose. Thursday or Friday for the deadline to join Unleash the Unleash Her event. If you can't make it to Pittsburgh, you would just be in the room virtually, but you work with me for 8 weeks. Get the details at LakeishaMichelle.com. But if you're thinking about it, deadline Thursday or Friday. What say you people? I'm gonna be looking in the comments. Yes, okay, so you're broadcasting. So when it comes to that, you, first of all, energetically are always broadcasting something. So if you are in your head about what you look like, sound like, you know, whatever, then that's going to be felt before they even hear you. But also, you are a broadcaster. You are channel 4, you are channel 21, you are channel whatever. Now, your actual channels are your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram. Those are my 3 jams that I teach. Facebook, I teach Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Those are my 3 jams where I broadcast, okay? Now, I'm putting out my message, okay? I think my shirt's on backwards. Is my shirt on backwards? I think so. Anyway, I'm putting out my message constantly, right? I am constantly publishing my message in different ways so that the world can be aware of me and they can learn whatever they need to learn, okay? So what we're going to do at the event is look at what are your favorite broadcast channels and create your schedule. When you look up, remember back in the day when TV guides, I don't know, I don't watch TV even though I have a TV. I watch YouTube and Amazon Prime channels. But if we go look on the TV guide, do they still have that TV guide channel? TV guide. Let's see if they have that. Some of y'all just need to see this and y'all can go and take off and be blessed in Jesus' name. Listen, look at, this is a TV guide, okay? Think about it. This could be YouTube, that's CBS. This could be Facebook, and this could be Instagram. And you could just look at the times of the day, 10:30, 10:30, 11:30. For me, this is always how my brain has worked. I did go to school for broadcasting. So it just made sense for me when live stream came out, or when the ability to, you know, when I started really using social media to consistently publish and broadcast whatever I needed people to know. These people they don't feel no way if you do show up or you don't show up, they're going to be same time, same channel, same thing. Some of you guys need to look at yourself like this, because this will help you disconnect from, am I posting too much? I do not sit and go, well, I've already posted 5 times today. I do not care if I post every hour. Hey, sis. Duana said, in Jesus' name, amen. Yes. Giggles, of course. Friday is great for me. Good. I am a beautiful, yes. I'm a broadcaster. Yes. Love your hide rug and warm, cozy space for living. Yay. Forgive yourself, release your limiting beliefs. Yes. Mm-hmm. You guys are so awesome. Okay, good. This is the stuff that we're going to get into at the event, but also these are things you write down and go do for yourself if you're not coming. Figure it out, people. Figure it out. I suggest you get in. There's only limited seating. There's 20 or less seats, and this is not, you know what I'm saying? And we're working together for the rest of the year, and it's going to be crazy powerful. That's why I'm fasting. I want to make sure that I'm in the right space. I am keen, I am sharp, and I am a vessel. I am a channel. I'm already that, but I want to go to another level. Therefore, it requires sacrifice. Anyway, here we are. I need you guys to think about this, the fact that these channels are broadcasting and they do not care about, oh, does Keisha think that we posted the same show different times and different days? You guys need to get over that. Okay, so we're going to get into what's your broadcasting schedule and what makes sense for what you're trying to sell. So that's really, really massive, you guys. Okay, and you got to remember, if they don't show up, if you don't show up, they won't show up. So let's map it out with flow and ease. Next thing we're going to do at this event and during the 8 weeks working together is monetizing your message in different packages so that your dream clients can play with you and get the transformation that only you can give them. Okay, so we're going to make your profitable product/service map. Okay, so it's your profit map, basically. Some of you guys are doing physical services, hair, makeup, that kind of thing. Some of you guys are selling coaching services. The game is the same, you guys. I promise, I've done it all. The game, the strategy is the same. Everything I'm talking about supports you hitting your 10K a month consistently. Deadline is Friday. Got it. Everybody agrees on Facebook and YouTube. The deadline is Friday. So here's the thing. So I'm going to post content and just try to help you guys and show you guys, just help you. Like, I really want to go hard and just help you guys. So here's the thing. I love the trees outside. I'm so excited about fall trees. Every time I see it, I just feel like joy just goes bling. But now the red is going to like a burgundy color. It was really bright red a minute ago. Anyway, a couple days ago. Let people join up until your event happens. Why cut it off early? Remember, you asked me that for my challenge. Oh, because of, there's several reasons. This is a higher ticket, and the live event details, I definitely need to, even though we're going to have virtual, honestly, deadlines make people move. I don't want nobody, no, you're going to join by Friday at midnight. That's that, because there's some details that I want to have already in spot. And like, when you don't put a deadline on it, now for you and your challenge and the stage of business that you were at, yeah, no. For me, I train everybody, when you're watching and following, get your life. Get your life and get it now. Y'all, I be launching specials for 24 hours. People be emailing like, oh my God, I just saw it. I say, open my emails when you see them. It's just the way it goes. It's just like when you see, I was on Express the other day. They had a 50% sale, then they took it off, then they put it back, then they put it off. It's what it is. Anyway, the moral of the story is we're taking your message and we're going to put it into different packages. So we're talking PDFs, we're talking digital files, we're talking online courses, we're talking live events, whatever you want to wrap it in, making sure that the message is tight and you know how to sell it. The average person has all of these ideas and they have all of this passion and vision. They don't know how to sell it and be profitable. So we're going to make your profit map. Now, it will not be the end all be all, but it will definitely give you a breakthrough on, oh my God, look at what's possible. All I got to do is do the work, because we're going to certainly map it out. Okay. You're going to be clear on what your true profit plan is. Okay. And I use the profit first method. Okay. So I wish somebody would set me down and play the game of numbers with me so that I knew how to pay myself, how to pay my business, and all that kind of stuff. Like, because I didn't. And so it was like, what happened to the Facebook Live? Is Facebook messed up? I don't know. You guys can go to YouTube if it's not. Anyway, so the moral of the story is you're going to make a profit map, and we're going to talk about money, because we need to talk about money, and we're going to do it from a healthy, loving space of increase. Okay? So, and you're going to make sure that you're profitable from the jump of our 8-week sprint, because my goal for you is to increase your numbers. I have been praying over you guys, and I want to see crazy testimonials. And so I don't want you to get a result and not have been positioned properly. Okay. And we're talking about your online image, because you can't be looking crazy. Okay. You want to be magnetic. All right. You got to upgrade your personal image. Okay. As well as your internet aesthetic. Some of you guys are going live in like rooms that look like it's your granny room. I'm not mad at it. That's where you are. But I don't care where you live. There's always an upgraded version of where you live. I have lived by that. I believe that. There is always an upgraded version of where you live until you get to wherever you want to get to. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? There's always an upgraded version. So just because it's what you have, how do we spruce it up? So we're going to look at your internet aesthetic. What does that mean? How are things looking as far as like, even when you're live streaming, if you're using like an old yellow light, and it's like, especially my Black people, that yellow light don't look good on us. You need white light, okay? Because it's going to like you don't need the toned lights. So certain other people, lighter skin hues, you don't need white light because you're going to like a ghost. So we're going to go over that. I went to school for broadcasting, video camera, on camera, off camera, working teleprompters, all of those things. That is easy for me, darling. So I'm going to make sure that when you're out here presenting your offers and you're working on your confidence and unleashing and getting back to the core powerful version of you that God designed you to be, that you make sure you look good, okay? So we're going to talk all things consistently. When you're posting, I'm going to be like, I'm like kind of a stalker on your stuff. Like when I'm working one-on-one like that, your images and your online stuff need to be on point, okay? You get to be all the way you. I'm not trying to tell you to dress up and be overdone like me. You know what I'm saying? But you got to make sure. I mean, I am a licensed beauty professional, by the way. You got to make sure that, oh yeah, it's Facebook cut off. You got to make sure that you are presenting yourself in the light that is attractive to your dream clients, okay? On every level. So we're going to design your 10K per month daily hustle. Because if you don't have the daily activities, if you did not wake up with the intention to increase and then do the actual things that support your increase, then what are you doing? Okay, so we're going to cover that. Now, also your tech. A lot of people don't start because they have tech issues. I will not let you leave that VIP day unaware of what tech stuff you need so that you can sprint within the next 14 days of us working together. Okay, we'll work together for 8 weeks, but in them 14 days, we're going to be on fire. We're going to be intentional. We're going to set the path energy. Okay, now we're solving those issues right on the spot. All right, so this will be transformational. This is not a class per se. For you, some of you guys, you know, you want to go to classes. This is me coaching you on the spot, giving you a plan for your life where you are. You're going to have it written down. You're going to have tangible steps. And then over the 8 weeks, you're implementing and holding yourself accountable with some of you guys are one-on-one. Some of you guys are in a group. All right. Some of you guys are one-on-one. Some are in a group. So good. Oh, good. Aw. I love it. That is so awesome. These are amazing. Okay, so here's the thing. This event, I know it's going to be life-changing. So yes. So here's the thing. If you know this is for you, then do what you got to do to figure it out. Like, seriously. And don't go into, well, I can't because I just looked and I see what I have. Like, if you go into that, that's the wrong mentality, the wrong manner of doing so. If you know this is for you, you know, ask God to show you a way. Very, very simple. You get to take God into all parts of your life, dating, money, class, whatever. So don't be like, what? I can't ask for that. Yes, you can. Also, I did make the payment option available for you guys. For those of you that don't do the pay in full, there is a payment plan option, which is 30 days apart. And you get to come virtual. So for some of you, making it to Pittsburgh, you want to, but it makes you spend more than you would like, but it gets you in the door virtually. Do it. Okay. And challenge yourself no matter what, you guys, this week to really look at what stage is my business in? What are my key activities to focus on? Do I even have any of this stuff written down? Like, am I clear on what my offer is? Who does it help? What do they want? And do I naturally know how to have conversations consistently so that I can move my services and products? It doesn't matter if you're selling hair, makeup, again, skincare, coaching services. The game is the same. T-shirts. You want to create a movement. So Unleash Her is for you if you know you want to create a movement. Somebody type in the comments, movement. Who's ready to start up and create a movement? Okay? I'm excited. I'm so excited for what God is doing in my life and for everyone else. Because it is going down. It's going down. I'm about to cook up something. Don't y'all hate when you don't wash dishes and then you don't have no dishes? So, yes. And the thing is, I mean, you can start now, you can start later. It's up to you. But I'm going to go live and I'm going to give you guys some really tangible. I'm going to come up with a whole extravaganza. Okay? I'm going to come up with a whole extravaganza for you. So make sure you turn on your notifications. Clearly, YouTube is the good old faithful because Facebook cut off. So one stage I mentioned was validation. Okay, once you have so that's kind of like, I don't want to know. You can call it stage 1 or stage 0. It doesn't matter. But initially, I need to do a separate video on this. I guess I could do it now and then repeat myself. That's another thing. Always be willing to repeat yourself. Like, just because I'm about to tell you this doesn't mean that I won't go online and do a whole nother video. I may pre-record some videos. Oh, I got a podcast out too, you guys. It's at LakeishaMichelle.com. Everything is at LakeishaMichelle.com. The link to the event details. You know you need to be in there. I can feel it. I can feel you feel it. You're like, man, I want to. What's stopping you, though? What's $1,000? What's your lowest price? What's your lowest price product or service? Go sell it and get the money. Like, you can't be in business and not expect to make dough. $1,000 divided by whatever your lowest product is. Well, I don't know what that is for you. You got to tell me. $47 product, $97 product, $200 product. Maybe you have $1,000 product. We don't let money get in the way. That's for sure. That's the first mentality you got to adapt in life. You cannot let money get in the way. You just got to figure out what you need to do and get. That's the way of living. I promise you, if you go hang with big boys, big bosses, big mentors, That's what they do. They just move with like, okay, here's where we're going. This is what we're going to do next. Stage 1 or ground 0, really, when you're just figuring out, okay, you have something that you want to produce and sell. So then you're going to validate it. Now, once you validate it, and once you validate, during this stage, be prepared to quit or grow it. Okay? During this stage, you're going to be prepared to quit because, oh, they don't want this, but then be listening. You need to be listening. This is heavy because if you just think about what you know is limited. Listen to the customer. This event was born for my customers who were like, I'm ready to Keisha. I don't want it to fizzle out. I want to finish the year with you. I want to make sure I hit my 10K a month. You need to make this available. And I was like, no. And they were like, no, yes, you do. So then I asked like my star people, like, do y'all want this? And they said yes. And so they just dropped the pays in fools like right away. You know what I'm saying? And so like my current daily goal is 15,000. Like I want to make $15,000 a day. I'm breaking it down into increments. Okay. I am not there yet, but that's my goal. So what? It'll happen. I'm on my way. But the moral of the story is the same way that I used to say, okay, $500 a day. It's the same. It's the same. And so the more you grow, you just energetically become a match for it. And it's just a game you play. It becomes a fun game you play. One thing that I do too, by the way, I have a thing on my phone that shows me $15,000 for the day. That's a fun little thing that I love to do. I went in Canva and I made my bank account. I blocked out all the numbers and I wrote the numbers that I want to see. Little things like that, you guys. I like doing stuff like that. Maybe you do or don't, but I do. Taking like real life things. Coffee time. The fast is over at 4 every day. Okay. Yeah, Facebook cut off. I don't know what happened. So stage 1, validation. I think validation looks like, I think people are going to, now at the event, I'm going to be focused on you and your message, which is why it's not going to be a lot of people. Because we would literally be all day. But this is the thing. I think people are going to want this. Okay. So now I'm going to go find as many people as possible and validate they want it or they don't want it. And also listen for what else they do want. Pay attention, because some people, they hear a bunch of no's and then they be like, people don't ever want to buy nothing. You can't be that person. This is not about you or the people. You assume that you put this in front of the right people. This is great, right? This is actually a device that holds your phone, and they have one for your iPad, right? And so I love it because it travels, which is also, here's what I'm really training everybody in everything I ever do. You need to be able to sell anything you believe in. But anyway, this is something that I super, super love. I travel a lot when the world's open. And I like to have things that are just convenient and I can use all the time, anytime. I'm a live streamer. I am a broadcaster. I'm forever wanting to unleash my message. So I need tools that support me in doing so with ease. This is one of them. This is definitely really good for you if you are a coach, an author, a speaker. If you're a beauty professional, you can sit this on your station and put your camera there while you're doing someone's hair. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to have that big tripod. And I used to have a stand next to my station, so I could literally just sit something small there to post my phone up so that as I'm doing hair, it's recording me. Same thing if I'm in the kitchen. If I'm in the kitchen and I just decide I want to have my camera here while I'm cooking, or maybe have this camera plus this camera going, this is an amazing tool. If I'm at a restaurant and I get an idea for inspiration, I set my phone on here and I put it on the table and I'm talking to everybody and I'm going hard because I'm giving my message out. When I live stream from my home and I live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at the same time, this holds my phone so that I can talk to Instagram. So I set it right next to my laptop camera. And so now I can talk to Instagram as well as to my computer. This is a tool that I believe that entrepreneurs should have. And I'm looking for the first 30 people who want to go right now and get this tool at LakeishaMichelle.com. We have the colors pink and silver. Okay. And so what this will do for you is support you in reaching the masses so that you can get your message out. All right. Whatever your message is, this tool will support you and it can go anywhere and everywhere with ease. Do you guys see how I did that? Now, what I did was do a demonstration and then validate who wants this. Here's how you use it. Who wants it? I want you to go to LakeishaMichelle.com and buy your colors. We have X amount available. You can get into all of that. But validation looks like, here's what I think people want. I did several things there. I talked to certain type of people instead of saying everybody. I spoke to, entrepreneurs. And then I showed them how they can use it in their life. And then go to LakeishaMichelle.com and get your copy and get your tripod or whatever this, I don't even know what this is called. But does it make sense, you guys? I want it. Exactly. I mean, everybody, I really believe everybody should have one. I think you should have one for your phone and for your iPad. And if you got two phones, get two. I think you need it. And I think it makes a perfect Christmas gift. The holidays are coming up. I don't need to try to be anything when I'm always being myself. And I'm always just very in tune with what I believe. So that's also a big part of working with me for the 8 weeks. When you're not in tune with what you believe, you question yourself. When you question yourself, the reason why you would question yourself is when somebody says you need to do Facebook ads first, you'll be like, I don't feel like I need to do that. But now this person looks like they have this and that, and they're telling me to do that. Then I need to do what they say. You're going to be questioning yourself versus you also feel like, let me just go live and just whatever and be willing to keep shaping and getting better. Anyway. Validation that there's a need is step number one. Listen to what people want. Listen to the problems people have at this level, because you may think they need this, but then they be like, no, Keisha, actually, we need that other thing that you use. I wouldn't know unless I was talking to them about this. So don't discount this stage. Yeah, the Apple Watch, I think they have it to charge it, right? I don't even use my Apple Watch. It's somewhere balled up. I haven't used that thing in a year. I don't know why I bought that. Anyway, that is validation. Talking to people to see if they want it and to tell them to go get it now, not later. Okay. Once you have a certain amount of sales, then you can go, let me listen to the feedback. Is there anything I need to fix? Is it working? If so, now it's time to go harder. Now I really want to scale up and do heavy marketing and sales. So now that I've made those first 10, 20 sales, I'm going to take the information that I've learned from how they use the product, which means at level one, we'll just call it level one. You need to be listening and taking notes on how people are using it, what testimonies they have, what they like and don't like. Okay. Then from there, you want to ramp it up. That brings to stage number two. Stage number two, it's time to go hard. You sold 20. So if you sold 20, you probably can sell 200. Make that the next goal. Break those numbers down. What do I need to say, do? What are my marketing activities so that people are aware this exists? What are my marketing activities so that people are aware that this exists? And then I need to do that and measure and monitor what's happening. Most people fall out right here. That's why they don't hit the 10K, because they just, I don't know. It gets emotional because you sold 20. And typically when you validate, something cool happens and then everything slows down. So then you're like, oh God, it's not working. And then you get in this, it's not working energy. And then that's not good. So you got to know that once you validate, you listen. And also sometimes it works and then you're shocked that it worked. So then you're like, well, it couldn't have been that easy. So then you want to go make it complicated. Yes, Dr. Carla. I can't not because, I love to sell things that I love. Somebody adapt that affirmation. I love to sell things that I love. I love to sell things that I love. Selling things that I love is easy for me. Selling things that I love is extremely easy for me. Selling things that I love is extremely easy for me. So here's the thing. Once you have validated, then you want to really get some attention on it, whatever it is for you. It could be your hair services. You still need to get attention on it. So then this one you want to get into, what are the few key marketing activities that I am going to do that will allow more people to know that my brand, product, service exists. And then from there, you have to be bold enough, courageous enough to ask for the sale consistently. I see a lot of people posting and trying to market themselves, and then they make the buy part optional. If you feel like it, I mean, even if you don't, just come back for more tomorrow. Psych! Buy my stuff, because I'm going to transform your life, and come back tomorrow, because even my free stuff is transformational as well. So if it's not for you, great. But if you're listening to me and you know you need to be at this virtual event, why would I not ask you? I know the transformation is going to happen. I mean, at the end of the day, me helping somebody put an extra $2,000 a month or $10,000 a month in their pocket is transformational, especially during a pandemic. Why would I not ask you? And why would I not show up? And why would I feel any kind of way? Johanna, never late, always on time. So good. So once you figure so in stage 2 is where you're going to spend a lot of time. You know, that's really where stage 1 and stage 2 is where I'm also like masterful at. I'm masterful at it for myself, but also that's where, like, Lisa Nichols calls me to teach classes, because that's where a lot of people fall out, and that's like my zone of genius. So this is where I go bootstrap. Like, do y'all know what bootstrap means? What's another word for bootstrap? Because sometimes I don't like that word. Let me see. What's another word for bootstrap? Bootstrap. Let's see another word. That ain't it. That's not it. You know, like it is like grassroots. Maybe that's another one. Why they ain't give me no good synonyms? I just was curious. Bootstrap. Let me just give you what that means. When you talk about bootstrapping, it means that you basically, you know what? This is why I don't like it. I didn't know this is where it came from. The bootstrap myth says that all people, even if they face poor and meager circumstances at birth, can pull themselves up by their bootstraps to attain. Oh, okay. No, I read it wrong. So never mind. To attain great wealth and prosperity. The metaphor, whose first known use occurred in the early 1800s, describing a far-fetched attempt to impossible. Okay. Basically, being able to take what you have and get your life. Yep, you telling the truth. Get back in the game. Like now. Validate and pivot as necessary. Yeah, man. Just, what do people want? What do you have? What do you want? Why do they want it? Talk to them about it. In the example of this, people want to broadcast. People want to go live. People want to use social media for their business. This is a tool that supports that. So now I'm going to talk to them about using social media. If I just sell physical products, which sometimes I do want to just really get into a store, because I selling the tools that helped me, I could literally stop doing everything I'm doing and just sell products and services, right? And selling the tools that helped me hit 10K months. I could teach everything I'm teaching for free and just sell the tools. The tools will still sell like crazy, and people will be addicted, and my following will be crazy, and I would keep launching stuff, and I would probably still do more workshops and all that kind of stuff. But if I sold the tools first and gave the information for free, but still made the paid class, it still would work. Validation. Thank you, Johanna. Marketing. You got to do something to be seen. That's why you see people posting things that are like stupid. It keeps people on their page, whether it's stupid or not. And do you see people posting things that are just like funny, because it keeps people on their page? If you follow Urkel, y'all know Steve Urkel, Jaleel White, he posts memes all day, but it keeps me on his page because he posts funny ones. Good job, Miss Pink. He posts funny memes. And so it's like really dope. You end up staying on his page, and every now and then you see him, but most of the times the stuff on his page is not even from him. It's him reposting memes, but he posts funny ones. So I follow him and I watch him every day. He's really smart at capturing attention. If he posted some type of sale of some sort, it would get traction because he's done a good job of building an audience around humor. You know what I'm saying? So you got to just figure out what's your version of that. You got to figure out what's your version of that. Oh, what? I don't know what's going on. Anyway. Pink definitely should be an Unleash Her. Everybody that was in C2C. I mean, honestly, let's just be clear. It's the next step. The scrolls, the shows. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. What should I cook this evening? I literally did a vendor show just for people to know I existed. Just keep going and don't stop letting your voice be heard. Yep. And listen to what people want. Listen to what people want. Like, I wouldn't sell this stuff, but I get these questions all the time. So I'm like, okay, here we are. Equally, I have passion for all the things that I learned the hard way. I got thick skin. People can't make it through half the stuff that I have been through. They would rather take on the identity of depression and anxiety and, failure. Me, I'm just like, it's just a part of what happens. So here we are. The 2 stages that you need to be worried about to hit 10K is stage 1 and stage 2, because you've got to master the validation. Oh, my phone was ringing. I didn't even know. And once you have that, you got to master marketing and sales, which takes time. And mastery is relative. I'm still always studying marketing and sales. I love marketing and sales. And I'm never going to stop studying it because I love it. It's fun for me too. What? I don't know what some of this stuff is saying. Let me see what was happening. You guys, okay, I gave you the steps. That's dope. Pay attention to that. And I'm out. IG, what is this? I love you all. I'm complete. Hopefully, I've given you enough information that you can go listen. Ask questions at LakeishaMichelle.com. Check out the Unleash Her event. If it's calling to you, figure it out. Get there. You don't want to miss it. And turn your notifications on, because I wrote some content down. I'm going to look at your questions, and I'm going to make sure that I am available for you guys and just give yummy business info this week. And the doors close Friday. The end. What number? What number? There's no number to call, people. So anyway, I love y'all for watching. I pray that you're blessed. I pray that this helped you. I pray that this fed you, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Validate in marketing and sales. Thank you for answering my question. Have a blessed day. Yes. And understanding what marketing is. So I guess we'll go deep dive in that. Marketing and selling. That's going to be our next validation, marketing and selling. We need to go deeper, more tangible examples. So Jenny Mae, make sure you stay subscribed. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Thank you. I see the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Only hit it once, because when you hit it again, you take it away. So hit it once and subscribe. YouTube, I love you. Peace out. See you guys soon.